Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. All those things are greatly appreciated, and it really does help my channel. I'll give you a couple of Prizepick props I like for the night. First, let's do a little review from last night. I did a 6-play. It was a free entry, so I did a 6-play flex last night on Prizepicks. I only did one pick on Prizepicks last night. As you can see, one of the players did not play, and it made it a 5-play flex. We got 4 out of 5 right, which means you just double up your money. Bouncing around, we keep bouncing around, hitting a 5-play. We'll do another 5-play tonight. And I'm going to get it right. We're going to get them all right, but we've been cashing over the last 2 weeks when we've been bouncing around, getting them all correct. So the first play I'm going to look at tonight is coming from the MLB, and we're looking at Blake Snell. We're looking at Blake Snell, and we're going to look at his pitches thrown. Let's see if we got that up. So his prop on the night is 98.5 pitches thrown. I don't think he's going to have many strikeouts tonight. Possibly could, but he's facing Miami. And Miami, red over here is good for Miami. It's not good for Snell. Miami's not that bad versus left-handed pitching when it comes to strikeouts. So we may see a few more pitches. And let's look at his pitches thrown. He's had 92, 98, 108, 101, 102, 106. So in his last 6 games, he's had at least 98 pitches thrown in 5 of those 6. And we're just going to go with the numbers here. The prop is 98.5. I'm going to take the over on Blake Snell with 98.5 pitches thrown for tonight. Second play I'm looking at is coming from the WNBA, and we're looking at Tierra McCowan, Dallas. Her prop is 12.5. As you can see on the screen down here, she's went over that 50% of her time in her last 10 games. Let's look at her last 5. Last 5, 40% of the time. In the last 2 games, she's had 14 and 15 points, respectively, in those 2 games. Versus Minnesota this year, in her only outing, she had 19 points back on 7/12. Again, we're going to go with the numbers here. And we're going to let's look at her season. Her season, she's went over 45% of the time, 12.5. So we're going to go with the numbers here again. And we're going to go with her recent performances. Her minutes are up in the last 2 games. Let's look at her minutes for the last 5. 25, 27. Prior to that, 19, 10, 19. Seems like we need her to get, 23, 25 minutes. Last 10, she's averaged 24.5 minutes. Last 5, she's averaged 20. As you can see in her last 2, she's had at least 25 minutes. We're going to take the over for Tierra McCowan, Dallas, over 12.5 points. The ladies can be a little inconsistent in the WNBA. As you can see, she's a decent favorite to go under 12.5. But from my analysis and my analysis only, I'm going to take her over 12.5 points for tonight. So those are 2 plays that I like for tonight. You can tell me over on Patreon where I put all my picks up that I'm going to pick. Let me bring that Patreon page up. This is the Patreon page. Like for last night, I gave you a couple sporting bets picks that I like. Both of these picks came through. Mets beat Atlanta plus 192. You have to bet the dogs every once in a while to win. We betted a dog last night at win. Houston minus 124. This was a pretty easy choice for me. Houston was coming off, I think, a 6-game losing streak. They're too good of a team to keep losing. Minus 124, not bad at all. And down here, I gave you the 6 plays that I liked for Prizepicks. And again, Ashcroft in play, and we got 4 out of the other 5 correct. So you can always check that out over on Patreon. So the tool that I use to help us get to where we need to get is props.cash. Link down in the description also. Great tool to help us quickly get to where we need to get on these props and make some decisions. That's all I have for today. See you on the next video.